Hey everybody, I'm Jesse,
And I'm Ari.
and we just finished watching Strays.
Here's our not stray, Athena.
Making her grand debut. She's not going to last here very long.
She doesn't want to be here. Go, be free.
All right, yeah. First off, right off the bat, this movie is funny, vulgar, and yet somehow manages to be extremely wholesome at some points.
Emotional. It made me feel things. It made me almost tear up. I didn't cry, but it got a little emotional.
Yeah, that was honestly very surprising for me because I went into this film thinking like having not super low expectations for it, but my expectation usually for these like rated R, super vulgar movies, like just anything in general, like The Hangover and stuff like that. I'm kind of like it's usually a mixed bag for me. I know the majority of people find it super funny, but for me, it's just kind of like just repetition throughout the entire movie, where to the point where it doesn't seem very funny. But this one hit it pretty well for me. I feel like I haven't genuinely laughed a lot during a film uh, recently. The last time I did that was probably like Stuber, um, with Dave Bautista
Oh,
in it.
that's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the last movie where I was like, it was like dumb, but it was like really funny for me. But this one hit it right on the nail. I thought it was pretty darn good.
Yeah, I liked it. We saw the previews when we were going to watch other movies, and I don't think this is a spoiler if it's in the trailers, but they have like the scene where like the dogs are eating the mushrooms and then they're like high
Every time.
attack, and it was really funny. So I was like, I think this is gonna be a good movie. It didn't seem like it was gonna be like tailored towards kids,
Of course, yeah.
and like dogs weren't gonna go on an adventure and save the world. But I thought it was an interesting take on like an I don't know what it's called when
Doggy
like
adventure, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah,
doggy
yeah,
adventure or something where it's just like there's no humans or there's
yeah.
like not that many humans involved in it's just the dogs like being the actors. So I thought it was a
Because
fun
we've
take.
seen these animal adventures before, both live action and in cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
and again, I feel like it's a mixed bag for me. Like sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Obviously, in cartoons, it's easier to make it work because you can make the animals do whatever you want. So it's a little bit more difficult. I feel like we Hollywood hasn't tackled it in a very long time, especially since like the Air Bud movies where like they would play like basketball and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's been a while, at least in my case. From I might be wrong, um, but yeah, overall, I was telling you the first thing I said when we walked out was like, this just felt fresh to me. It might not be rated fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, but to me, it felt fresh because I was like, I feel like I have like it's something new. It's channeling something like Ted, which I've never seen, but I know everybody was talking about those movies when they came out. But having dogs be extremely vulgar and they're like the star of the show
Yeah.
um, is new to me, and I thought they did a pretty darn good job at it.
Yeah, I also like the cast that they picked. I think like each voice matched the dog's personality and like the appearance of the dogs. There was Jamie Foxx, Will Ferrell, Isla Fisher, and Randall Park, and I think they did great for like a haphazardly like picked together cast. And like I said, the voices kind of like made the personality of each dog, and they just sounded great.
Yeah, I love Jamie, and ever since the trailers, I like heard his voice, and I was like, I'm so glad he's in this film. I think Jamie absolutely killed it. He's just always fun to listen to, and he does a great job in every role he's in. And then Will Ferrell playing like the dumb, like not street smart person. I think this is not the first time he's played that persona. I think there's other films.
Yeah, Buddy the Elf.
Buddy the Elf is one. Yeah, it is one. But there's another one where he hangs out with I think with Kevin Hart, and he's like out of jail or something. I might have seen bits and pieces, or I think I saw the entire film a long time ago, but it was extremely forgettable. But he plays this part well of like the dumb, not smart, street smart
Yeah.
person. In this case,
Yeah.
dog, and he's like learning the ropes. Um, but them being dogs, it's as dog owners ourselves, it is extremely relatable in so many scenes where it's like it makes it just that much more funny.
Or
So
emotional.
you get yeah you really get the jokes just that much more because even if you're not a dog person, you might know these stigmas or the dogs have kind of like puppy has like our dogs in the corner right now just giving us
Come here.
puppy has. Or like them barking at like hearing knocks at the front door.
Yeah, or the mailman or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, but having a dog just makes it that much more funny because you think about your dog in that
Mm-hmm.
situation. And we just even related to it even more because that like the main dog, Will Ferrell's dog, is like this little scruffy dog, and Athena, our dog, she is also a little scruffy dog. Not as small, but she's a scruffy dog.
Yeah, she
So
looks well groomed because he cuts her hair, but she's scruffy by nature.
But yeah, honestly, took me by surprise because, like I said, my expectations were not super super low, but I was like, it might be a miss for me, but I enjoyed it. I was surprised that she was laughing her butt off.
Yeah, I liked it. I think I told you from
I'm,
the trailer. I was like, I want to watch this one.
I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. It just made me enjoy it more because like sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, I'm like, is she having a good time? Is she bored?
Even if I nap, it's a good time.
But yeah, I was glad that you enjoyed it too. So that means it's just even that much more funny because you don't like. I think my concern was that you don't like movies like Deadpool, for example, where it's just like blatant, like vulgar things.
Yeah.
So that was my concern, which is
it needs
why,
to have some funny mixed into it, and I feel like Deadpool's just like sarcasm, which I do think is funny, but like not when it's the entire movie.
But this is also kind of the entire.
I don't think the entire thing was sarcastic.
Well, no, you're right. Just because this has...
it was like dumb, funny things, or like the dogs are doing like dumb stuff.
Yeah, but overall, super cute. Honestly, like looking past, if you were to like, you could easily get a PG film out of this one. Just like erase all the vulgar parts, and you could still get like this super wholesome film about dogs going on an adventure. But yeah, I loved it. Overall conclusion for me was like, I'd say a solid 8 out of 9. I had a good time.
8 out of 9.
8 out of 9.
Damn, it's not even
8 out of 10.
Category.
8 out of 10. What am I saying? 8 out of 10. Yeah, it was a fun time. I'd definitely rewatch it again. I wouldn't say it wasn't one where I'd rush out to theaters to go watch it, just because, like, in my personal opinion, I'm okay with watching things like comedies or cartoons at home. I feel like they hit the same. But it was either between this or Blue Beetle, and I know more people right now are probably wondering what Blue Beetle is like. But I booked this one first just because I have really low hopes for Blue Beetle. And the reviews are speaking for themselves as they come in. So I booked Strays first because I had a feeling it would probably be better than Blue Beetle, and I think it was probably going to be after we watch Blue Beetle. I'll still feel the same way.
We'll see in a few days.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, I thought it was a great film. Super fun time. Super funny. There was like no like lull in the film where I just like wasn't laughing, and even if there was like a bit of a lull, it had like meaning to it or character growth that it was like it made it worth it. Yeah, overall, super funny film, fun time.
I think I give it a 7 out of 10 or out of 9. I really did like it. It was funny. The cast was great. It was like a little like the vulgar parts were super random, and I didn't see a reason for them to be that vulgar. Although like there's a big plot point. I don't want to say any spoilers, but like their mission revolves around something, and like obviously you can't get away from that. But like there was just a bunch of random parts that I was like, that doesn't need to be there. But I like it. 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh, big puppy eyes.
But yeah, honestly, very good. Definitely worth a watch. If you've got no plans or you're not planning on going to see Blue Beetle or don't really care about it, definitely go watch Strays. Like I feel like it's gonna need the support because with theaters being kind of like in limbo right now and people really only going out for like major blockbusters, I don't think Strays is a blockbuster in itself. So it would be nice to see a film like this get some support. I wouldn't mind seeing a part 2 of Strays with the exact same cast coming through because it just worked for me. It was good. It was fun. But yeah, any final remarks?
Nope.
Cool.
All good.
Thumbs up from me. Give it a shot. If you see Strays or plan on checking it out, let us know what you think in the comments below. Till next time.